All you need to day trade is a laptop. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I continue to make money on the road, even when I'm not at my usual desk setup. Let's get into it. We're looking at Monday, January 13th. I was evacuated because of the fires and I was staying at my parents' house. So I trade a little differently when I'm on the road, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of insight into that. I started the day down $200 with a loss, and then made it back with a win, ending with a P&L of $150 across 5 accounts. So if we look at ES here, just a quick technical analysis for the setup. We are in a short-term downtrend here on all charts. This is the FOMC sell-off. We back tested that 6100 level. We continue to fall off, made a new lower high. As you can see, we have lower high, lower high, lower high, and lower lows, continued by lower lows. So we back tested that level. And if we look at the daily chart, we can see we have one, I'm going to count this as 2, 3, and 4 red candles. And if we go to Edgeful, we can look at the red and green streaks. So the max, and this is the daily candles, the max red days we've had in a row in the last 6 months was 5. Let's do it just for, let's see, 5 years. Let's go back 5 years. The max red candles we've had is 6. So we're coming to an end here. You know, like this red streak can't last much longer. And also, when you trade the indices, they just naturally like to trend higher. So I'm also taking that into consideration. Now let's break down the entries because there were 2 trades. So I was very cautious of being long too early in the day today. Pre-market, as you can see, we sold off 0.8%. And so what I did was I just read the price action for exactly the story that it was telling me. We're making higher highs and higher lows since the open. Now, one of my favorite setups is a break of the high of day VWAP in trend. You can see this one doesn't work. And I was in tune with the market, knowing that we're in this downtrend and the downtrend could continue. However, it might not. So I am going to look for longs. Basically, it's guilty until proven innocent. It's the trend is going to sustain until it doesn't sustain. So I'll show you guys the markup here so you can see exactly where I cut the trade. So you can see I cut it right here. I guess the markup doesn't have that, but I cut it on this candle and actually re-entered short on this candle. So what I did was I just flipped my position saying, okay, if the high of day VWAP break doesn't want to work, then I'll just take it short, and I'll take it short from opening range high to opening range low, from bottom to top. So what happened here was I enter here on this candle, and I'll just delete this now so we can see. I entered on this candle here, right here. And then I watched this candle fall. It's proving my thesis right. Now on this wick, what I did was I added into the trade. I doubled my position size. So now if it doesn't make it all the way down to opening range low, that's okay, because I can just pull it early and make the same amount of P&L. And I ended up pulling it on this candle. Actually, it was a perfect pull, and the trade ended up reversing. As you can see on the second one, it ended up reversing. So this is why you don't always need to lock your stop or anything. If you're just feeling some type of way about the trade, just take the profit and know that you can always get back in another trade. So now I was on the road. So I had been trading from 6:30 till 7:30. I traded 1 hour and I made some money. There was no news on Monday, and I decided I'm just going to be done for the day. I don't need to push it any further. So when I am on vacation, or when I am, not in my usual setup, I tend to just be more reserved. So you can see I took a $150 green day, where if we real quick, we'll go look at my trade Zella. My average green days are like $400 recently. So here, we'll switch it back real quick. You guys can see the average green days. We have 430, 900, 200 today. I'm shooting for larger P&Ls, and I'm happy to take a 150 win on a day where I'm not at my usual setup, as well as it's being a no news Monday. So hopefully that makes sense. And like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you guys would need from me.